Now notice he didn't pray for better eyesight.
Wow. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He prayed for better spiritual sight. Again, I want to say, listen, our true problem is never the result of what we see. Discouragement does not come because of what you see. Hopelessness does not come because of what you see. These things come because of what you don't see.
Wow. Okay.
This is why Paul prayed that we would have the eyes of our heart may be enlightened. Let's go to 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 15. Everyone say, I'm listening. 2 Kings chapter 6 verse 15 says this. Now when the attendant of the man of God had risen early and gone out, behold, an army with horses and chariots was circling the city. And his servant said to him, this is hopeless, my master. What are we to do? Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
Why did he feel hopeless? Yeah. When he saw the enemy, he said, this is hopeless.
Yes, sir.
What are we to do? Any of you ever said anything along those lines?
Yes, sir.
Let's keep reading. And he said, this is what the prophet responded to him. He said, do not be afraid, for those who are with us are greater than those who are with them. And I'm sure the servant is looking at him going, what in the world are you talking about? Because from what I can see, bro, it's just you and me. And we ain't greater than them. The hopeless one, the servant, was not seeing what the prophet saw.
Yes, sir.
Are y'all listening?
Yes, sir.
I want to say that again. The prophet was seeing something the servant didn't see.
Yes, sir.
He saw what the servant saw, but he saw something beyond what the servant saw.
Yes, sir.
Verse 17. Then Elisha prayed and said, Lord, please open his eyes. Doesn't this sound a lot like what Paul prayed?
Yes, sir.
Lord, please open his eyes. His eyes were open, but he just needed another set of eyes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Open his eyes so that he may see. Everyone say, Lord, help me to see. And the Lord opened the servant's eyes, and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire all around Elisha. His feeling of hopelessness was not the result of what he saw. It was due to what he had failed to see.
Yes, sir.
Y'all following me? See, if you and I, if we would pray and believe what Paul prayed in Ephesians for the church, Lord, open up the eyes of my understanding. Because what I am seeing is not what I need to see. What I'm seeing births hopelessness. What I am seeing births a feeling of being overwhelmed. Are y'all listening? Listen. How does this come to pass? You pray. But you don't pray in unbelief. It's not about begging and pleading and crying and screaming and scratching and crawling. It's about coming to God, believing that what he said is true, that he is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him, and saying, Lord, open my eyes. I know there's more to the picture than what I'm seeing. How many of you ever remember, do y'all remember those things? They had them in the mall when you could go in and you could look at them and it just looked like a bunch of dots and different things or zigzags. And you know, I remember the first time my wife and I were walking through the mall in Tulsa and there was a crowd of people staring at this picture. And I wondered what they were all doing because they're all just sitting there staring. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It just looked like a bunch of dots and zigzags and stuff. But if you stared at it long enough, an image would begin to appear. And you had to look beyond the immediate. Because the immediate that's just some freaky design. But behind it was a fish or a tree or a lion. But you had to stare at it long enough to see
Wow. Yes, sir.
more than what you could see. You and I need to come to God and then look again at our environment. And so that when we pray, Lord, open up the eyes of my understanding, you'll begin to see you're not broke.
Yes, sir.
That heaven has more than enough resources for you. You'll begin to see that you're not diseased, that you are the healed of the Lord. You can begin to see a broken body made whole. You can begin to see a diseased body made free. You can begin to see a family put back together. You can begin to see grace in operation. You can begin to see, before you ever see it, signs, wonders, and miracles. You can begin to see that greater is He that is for you and with you and in you than he that is against you. But we got to be able to see beyond what carnal people see. Because, listen, the average Christian looks at their environment and will never become more than this. This is hopeless. This ain't working. So what do? They leave where they are. They leave who they're with, and they go running and looking for another place. They get there, and for the first couple weeks, they're excited. Then they begin to discover this is just like them or just like that, and then they cry out again, this is hopeless. And life becomes one big cycle of hopelessness. But it doesn't need to be that way. Let's continue. 3 things that Paul wanted believers to see. The hope of our calling. Or let me rephrase that, the hope of His calling in us. Many believers know they are saved.